Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a mat Pilates routine. All that you need today is a mat. If you're on carpet like I am, a yoga mat will be just fine. If you're on hardwood, you can still use a yoga mat. You might want to double it up a little bit when we're on our knees. If you're going to be doing any sort of mat Pilates or even yoga on a hardwood floor for extended periods of time regularly, I really do suggest investing in a Pilates mat. It's a lot thicker than a yoga mat. It's like a good, I don't know, like maybe 3/4 of an inch thick or so. And it's just a lot more comfortable. It adds a lot of cushion on those joints. So just a little food for thought. Obviously, if you have a yoga mat, that is fine too. All you will need today is a Pilates ball. If you don't have a Pilates ball, you can use a playground ball. A good old-fashioned red kick ball is fine, tiny beach ball. Just anything you can squeeze. You can even use a stuffed teddy bear, a pillow, whatever. Anything that just has some give. It's going to be mostly just kind of a mind-muscle connection today. The ball is just there for a little extra resistance. So today we are moving through 45 mat exercises. A lot of these are really classical moves. They've been around for about 100 years now. Some of them are just Pilates. Original 60 exercises. There's a reason they've been around for so long, and that's because they work. So we're going to be doing 10 repetitions of every exercise today. For some of those, it's going to be going up pretty quickly. For some longer, more intense exercises, it's going to last a little longer, but I think it's important that we spend some extra time in those moves. That being said, when we do our plank, obviously we're not going to be holding that for just 10 seconds. We're going to be holding it for a little longer. So we'll vary things a little bit, but 10 is generally a good idea of what we'll be doing. So we're going to go ahead and start standing here. I want my feet right below my hips. I'm wearing my Grip Pilates socks. If you want to do this barefoot, you certainly can. I just wouldn't suggest wearing any sort of like running shoes or sneakers. They're a little cumbersome, a little bulky. So let's go ahead and start with our Pilates breathing just to get into that Pilates mindset. If you're not familiar with Pilates breathing, some pretty simple concepts to remember. In through the nose, out through the mouth. It's chest breathing. We're really focusing on those lungs and that rib cage. So as we inhale, we're inhaling through that nose. We're feeling that rib cage expand out wide. As we exhale, we're zipping everything up. We're feeling that core and that rib cage come together just like a little zipper right along the middle. Exhaling really strong throughout that mouth. It's loud, it's proud, and that's Pilates. So let's go ahead. We're going to do 3 here to get started. Nice deep inhale. Two more like this. One more inhale up. We're going to hold our arms up there for our first exercise. Hold here. We're going to go for a roll down, starting with our hands, tucking that chin. Keep those legs nice and stable. If you're up against a wall, that's perfect. You don't want your legs to move. We're going to go slowly, one vertebrae at a time as we exhale. Do this nice and slow, and as you go, I want you to take note of any areas in your body that feel a little sticky, a little tight. We're going to come back a little later. We're going to compare from the beginning and the end to see how we feel. Once you come down to your end range, go ahead, grab those elbows. Just go for a little side bend here, bending one knee at a time. You can do a little rocking side to side, neck rolls, whatever you need. Nice deep inhale down here. And as we exhale, we're going to roll back up. Same thing, one vertebrae at a time. Keep those legs nice and steady. This is going to feel almost like a crunch. Long, low, and slow. All right, we're ready to go ahead and get started. So we're going to grab that ball. We're going to do first portion here, standing on our mat. We're just going to do a little ball squeeze. So go ahead, grab that ball right in between your hands. And as you exhale, I want you to squeeze those hands together. And as we inhale, we're going to go ahead and release. Nice deep breath to begin. Now, if you grew up in the 80s, or if you had a daughter that was coming of age in the 80s, this is going to remind you a lot of a Judy Blume novel. This is exercising our lats. That's that muscle right underneath your armpits, as well as that muscle that goes right along those armpits. What my sister and I jokingly refer to as the chicken wing area. Got 4 more here. Now, as always, I always have my notes down at the floor, so if you see me looking down, that's why. Also, we're upstairs today, 2 more. Last one here. So there is a good chance that the cat will come and visit us. Just a little FYI, if you see something fuzzy running across the screen, that would be my cat. So now we're gonna do the same thing here. However, we're gonna be pushing our arms in and out. And on this repetition, I want you to really focus on pressing together as you bring those arms out. And go ahead and relax and bring them back in. 10 here. Now, if you notice as you press this kind of steering wheel motion like this, that just means one arm is working a little harder, a little faster than the other. So I want you to really focus. Really take your time. Try to apply even pressure at the exact same time. Pilates is all about finding those imbalances in the body and trying to correct them as much as we can. 5 more here. Two more. Last one here. All right, we're gonna do the exact same thing, but we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're going to press in on that ball as we bring it back, and we're gonna relax forward. So just the opposite of what we were doing. This time you're gonna feel it a little more right in between those shoulder blades, right in the middle of your back. This can help strengthen up your rhomboids. So nice inhale here. Exhale, tighten everything up, bring that ball in. When you bring those arms back, really focus on pinching those shoulder blades together in that back, really activating those rhomboids. We're halfway here. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I swear it sounds like my neighbors are breaking up concrete. I don't know what is going on. We're making noise all day, and of course, as soon as I hit record, they decide to do whatever this is that they're doing. Oh well, it's 2020, we're all just working with what we got, right? All right, now, go ahead, take that ball down. We're going to continue doing some squeezes here. We're gonna squeeze for the entire movement throughout this exercise. We're gonna go for a bicep curl. So we're squeezing up, and then we'll just go ahead and release down. You're gonna feel this more in your biceps. We're still activating those lats. Lats are very important. They help with your posture. They click into your external obliques, keep you upright. So nice deep inhale. Exhale, go ahead, press up and curl. Release down. Halfway here. If you ever lose count at home, just check out my fingers. I'm always keeping count. I slowly put them down as we go. Just a little tip. 3 more here. Last one. We're gonna go ahead and take this overhead after this. Perfect. Arms come straight up overhead. Might be cut out a little bit. I'll squat down so you can see me. So arms are staying straight in line with those shoulders. Don't hunch your shoulders up here. Keep them back and down where they belong. We're just gonna do a little squeeze in with an exhale and inhale, release. So go ahead and start that now. Really watch for that steering wheel motion here. Still activating those lats. It's also activating those delts right along your shoulders. Halfway there. Last one here, we're gonna keep those arms overhead for our last exercise with our arms as balls. Perfect, this time we're just gonna do a little tricep extension. So I want you to squeeze, lower those arms, bring them back up. Perfect, let's do 9 more of those there. Taking that ball back behind your head. Halfway there. Two more. Last one. All right, we're gonna go ahead, ditch the ball for now, keep it close by. We're gonna use it one more time. We're just gonna go ahead and move into a little lower body here. We're gonna start with some calf raises, just rolling up onto the balls of those feet, lifting those heels up from the floor, and then lowering back down. Go ahead and start here. Now take your time here. It's a little bit of a balance challenge for you. Just go slow, stay at a spot on the floor. We're warming up our calves and our ankles and our feet here. If you need to grab onto something for balance, you certainly can. 4 more. Last 2 here. Last one. And go ahead, bring it back down. We're gonna go into a little prancing here. Very similar to what we were just doing, only it's one-sided. So we're gonna lift up onto our heel on one side. We're gonna bend that knee. Other foot stays flat on the floor. And we're gonna go ahead and switch. So you're coming up into a calf raise and switching. Make sure you're taking that little calf raise in between. We've got 3 more here. Halfway done. Two more. Last one. All right, bring those feet back flat. We're gonna go into a squat and then we'll make our way down to our floor. I'm gonna turn sideways here so you can see me. As we squat down, I want you to take those glutes far back behind you like you're sitting into a chair. Knees are never going beyond your toes. You'll feel this in all your leg muscles, but you should mostly feel this in your glutes. If you feel it only in your quads, your muscles right here on the front of your thighs, then you're not doing it right, and chances are your knees are going in front of your toes. Halfway done. And then we'll go down to the floor. Two more here. All right, on this next one, go ahead, hold it on back here, and go ahead, bring it on down to the floor. We're gonna come laying on our backs. Make sure that that ball is nearby because we're gonna use it in just a second. We're gonna go ahead and get started with some bridges. So just go ahead, lay it on down. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor, just about hip distance apart. Inhale, and as we exhale, we're gonna take those glutes right on up towards the ceiling. Really give those glutes a little extra squeeze at the top there. That'll help clue them into what they need to be doing, wake them up just a little bit. Halfway done here. On this next exercise, we're gonna grab that ball. Two more. Last one. Lower it on down. Go ahead, grab that ball. We're gonna put that between our thighs, right below the knee joint. Don't put it on the actual knee joint. I want you to put it between your thighs, right below. Otherwise, we have a little too much stress onto the inside of that knee joint. We're gonna go ahead, squeeze that ball. Don't let it externally rotate those knees. I want you to give it nice firm pressure. We're gonna squeeze this the whole time. We're gonna do 10 more bridges here. We're holding that ball the whole time using that static inner thigh squeeze. It's great for your pelvic floor, your inner thighs, your glutes, your hamstrings. Mine are already burning and screaming. I'm sure yours are too. Halfway there. Two more, don't lose that squeeze. Last one. Go ahead, grab that ball, take it on out. You can pass it over to the side. We are done with it for now. We're gonna go ahead and go into a core progression here. So we're gonna start with a simple move and then we're gonna layer on, we're gonna add to it. If at any point the progression does not feel good at your body, go ahead and go back to that first progression or the one we had just done before. So go ahead, bring those legs up into tabletop. Nice 90-degree angle here with your hips and your knees. If you have problems keeping your low back pressed into the floor, I have scoliosis, it's a little difficult for me, you can bring your knees in just a tiny bit. We're gonna go for single leg toe taps. My knee stays at this 90-degree angle. I'm just hinging from my hip. Watch me here. Back. We're gonna go for 10. Keep that low back pressed into the floor. One more each side here. All right, legs stay in tabletop. We're gonna do that exact same thing, but this time we're gonna do both legs at once. 10 of these. Inhale to begin. Exhale, go ahead. Halfway done. Two more here. Go ahead, bring those feet on down. We're gonna go into a leg circle. We're gonna do one side at a time here. So your right leg is gonna come straight up towards the ceiling. Left leg stays bent, feet foot is flat on the floor. We're gonna go for a little circle with that leg. It doesn't have to be this crazy rocket move here because I want you to keep a track of your pelvis, keep it in alignment. Put your hands on there, hold it, feel it steady. If as you're going out you start to feel it rock around, just go ahead and go for a smaller circle here. So mine is pretty small and that's okay. Halfway done with this side. Two more. All right, go ahead. Switch legs here. You might find that one leg has a little bit bigger range of motion than the other. That's okay. Like I mentioned before, none of us are even. Two more here. All right, go ahead, bring both those legs up into the sky. We're gonna go for some scissors. You can keep a slight bend in your knees here if that's more comfortable for you. We're gonna go ahead and do 10 of these. Take that floor down, or that foot down to the floor one at a time here. Leave those legs up here. We're gonna go for a little helicopter. So we're gonna do a scissor, legs swing out and up, scissor, legs swing out and up. Let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and switch directions. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, go ahead. Take a little rest here. We're gonna move into a different exercise here. We're gonna go for some roll-ups. This is a very classic move. We're gonna start with our knees bent. We're gonna progress this exercise as well. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. We're gonna start with some arm circles just to warm everything up. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my hands down by my hips. We're gonna go for 10 here. Keep those arms flat along the floor the whole time. They'll come up overhead here in line with your shoulders. Just really warming up that shoulder joint. Inhale as those arms go wide. Exhale to come in together and down towards the floor. Two more here. All right, go ahead and take those arms back up overhead here. We're going to go into a roll up. So our knees are bent, our feet are flat on the floor, our arms are up overhead. As we exhale, we're going to start with those hands. We're going to slowly roll up. We're going to tuck our chin. We're going to roll up one vertebrae up at a time into a sitting movement. If you need to grab behind your knees, pull yourself through a little sticky spot, that is a-okay. So nice deep breath here. Exhale and roll. Perfect. Go ahead and roll it on down. We've got 9 more. Eight more here. More. Slowly rolling it back down, one vertebrae at a time. Two more here, and then we're going to progress the movement. Last one here. Go ahead, bring it on down. We're gonna go ahead and take those legs out completely straight here. As you roll up, I want you to really focus on squeezing those glutes. That's when you're gonna keep those feet flat and down on the ground. 10 here. Inhale and exhale, start that roll. Halfway done with these. Two more here. Last one. I'll let you guys go ahead and hold this one at the top. All right. Now, we're gonna ditch those 10 exercises here, those 10 repetitions. We're just gonna do this next one. It's gonna be a static hold. We're gonna start with a modified teaser. That's gonna be our knees bent. So go ahead. We're gonna lay on back. Completely flat here. So same thing, we're gonna go into that roll up. We're gonna lift those arms. As soon as you get to the point where you can see your thighs, that's when you're gonna go ahead and lift your legs. So nice deep inhale. Exhale, go ahead and roll. Hold it on up here in our modified teaser. We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Shoulders back and down. Halfway there. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring it on down. Great job, guys. That is hard work. It is core focus, but really it's using everything. We're gonna go ahead, this next one. Same thing, but we're gonna go for a full teaser. That means your legs will be completely straight out. Your knees will not be bent. If that does not feel good in your body, by all means, stick with that modified teaser. Nice deep breath here. Exhale, roll it on up. Hold it here. Halfway. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, go ahead, let it drop. Great job, guys. We are almost halfway done with our exercise. We're gonna go ahead and move into some side planks here. You can do your side plank on your hand. If you have some wrist issues, you can do it on your elbow. You also have the option to extend your legs completely straight or to do it on your knees, depending on what feels good for you and your body. I'm gonna go ahead and do it on my hand. Legs fully extended, feet can be stacked. I like to have one foot in front of the other. That's what feels best for me. Nice deep inhale here. Go ahead, bring it on up. We're gonna hold this for 30 as well. Don't forget to breathe here. That's the most important thing. Halfway. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring it on down. We're gonna go for some side plank dips. I prefer to do these on the elbow, but you're more than welcome to them on your hand as well. Same thing with your legs. They can be fully extended or you can be on your knees. We're gonna go for 10 again. Lift it on up. Go ahead, drop it down. Halfway. Last 2. Last 1. Go ahead, bring it down. We're gonna go to a side plank position here again, but this time it will be kneeling. So your knee that is closest to the floor is bent and is on that floor. Your foot is back behind you. Other leg is out straight. We're gonna do a little side body work here. We're just gonna do some leg lifts. We're gonna lift and lower this top leg here. Now as you lift up, keep an eye on your hip. We're not going for any like crazy Jane Fonda leg lifts here. So if you lift it up and this hip starts to come up into your rib cage or even go down to the floor, you've gone a little too high. So let's go ahead and start with 10 here. Three more here. Last one. All right, go ahead. Hold that leg up. We're gonna go for little circles. Little, just about the size of a grapefruit. We're gonna go for 10. Slow and controlled. 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead, bring it onto those hands and knees. Here's where if you're on the hardwood floor, you might want to add a little extra cushion, double up your mat here. We're gonna do that other side in a couple minutes. Don't worry, I won't forget. So, on our hands and knees, hands are right below those shoulders, knees are right below those hips. We're gonna start with a donkey kick. We'll start on our left side. So, knees are bent. We're just gonna take that glute straight up towards the ceiling. That heel is gonna go up towards the ceiling, just like you're kicking a hole through the roof. Now what I don't want to see here is you dipping into your low back like this. Core is engaged, lower back stays nice and steady. We're sticking on one side here, we'll switch in a minute. Halfway done with our left side. Two more here, make sure that core is still engaged. Last one. Go ahead, bring that knee on down. We're gonna switch over to that right, same thing here. We've got 3, 2, last one. Go ahead, we're gonna come into a laying position here. Your arms can be stacked, head on your hands, that's up to you. I want you to press that pelvis down into the floor. That's gonna protect your low back. So we're not gonna feel any lower back pain. If you do, I want you to really think about pressing that pelvis down onto the floor, tucking it under. We're gonna do for a single leg kick here. So we're just gonna bend at the knee, bring that heel in towards our glutes. We're gonna go ahead and switch off each time here. We're gonna do 10 on each side. So we'll be doing 20 all together. Really use that hamstring and that glute to contract that leg. Think of it as like a chain reaction. It starts at the glutes, travels down to tell the knee to bend. Halfway done with these. Let's check in with that pelvis, make sure we're not dumping into our low back here. More. One more each side here. And that is 10. All right, we're gonna do the same thing here. We're just gonna go for a double leg kick. 10 all together here since we're doing both at the same time. Keep that pelvis tucked. Use those glutes. Let's go. All right, after this, we're going to go ahead and go into a traditional push-up. You can do that on your knees or a full push-up. It is up to you. Remember, we're just doing 10 of everything. We got 4 more here. How about those glutes feeling? How's that low back? Check in with that pelvis. 2 more. Last one. Go ahead, take those legs on down. Now, I'm going to scoot my mat down just a little bit here because I traveled. Let's go ahead and start in our plank position here for our push-up. I'm going to start in a full traditional push-up. We'll see how long I last. Might not last that long. Shoulder blades are back and down. Nice deep breath. Inhale, go ahead for that push-up. Halfway, I'm dropping down to my knees, you can too. Two more. Last one. We're gonna do another set of push-ups. This time we're gonna do a Pilates push-up. Instead of your elbows going out wide, they go back behind you. It's all tricep. That's why I like to do this one on my knees, because the tricep is a very small muscle group. All right, let's go ahead. Inhale down, exhale up. 9 more. Halfway there. Last one. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take it into a traditional plank here. Again, if you'd like, you can come down onto your elbows. You can do this on your knees as well. I'm going to go for the full plank. We're gonna hold this for just 30 seconds. Go ahead, bring it on up. Hands are right below those shoulders. Shoulder blades are back and down. Chin is tucked. Glutes are squeezing and tucking under. We're going to start the count now. Halfway there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, come on down to those knees. Go ahead and rest for a second. We're gonna come back into that plank position for a leg pull. Again, you can do this on your elbows or your hands. Nice deep breath here. Go ahead, bring it on back. So leg is just gonna go up to the ceiling just a little bit. Use that glute. We'll switch each time. We're gonna go for 20 total. Halfway here, take a little break if you need. One more on each side. All right. Go ahead, bring it on in. Whew. That is tough work. I'm sweating already. All right, we are almost done, guys. We're gonna go back into that other side body series. I did my right side the first time. We're gonna go ahead, go into our left side. We're gonna start with that side plank. We're gonna go ahead and hold this for 3 again. You guys know your plank modifications at this point. Nice deep breath. Go ahead, bring it on up. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring it on down. We're going into those side plank dips. 10 repetitions here. Eight, 9, and 10. All right, we've got that kneeling side plank one more time. Knee is on the floor, foot is back behind you. We're gonna start with those leg lifts here, 10 reps. Halfway there, and then we're gonna go ahead to leg circles, and then we are all done with our side body series. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and go into those circles. Remember, they're small, just about the size of a grapefruit, and they're controlled. We're not speeding through this. and 10. Whew. All right, we're gonna go ahead, wrap it up with a little stretching here. We're just gonna stay seated. I'm with my legs crossed. You can have your legs straight out in front of you if that feels more comfortable. We're gonna go into a mermaid here. So right hand, we're gonna go to the right side first. Right hand stays on the floor. It's just gonna slide along as that left hand comes up, overhead, and we take that nice deep side stretch. We'll go ahead and switch. We're halfway there. This is our ninth one here. I want you to go ahead, hold it over here. We're gonna add on a little rotation. Just look down towards the ground. Feel that nice rotation throughout that spine. Bring it on back. Come on over to the other side. We're gonna do the same thing there. Rotate, look down towards the floor. Nice rotation in that spine. Bring it on back. Go ahead, come on up to those knees. I'll do this sideways so you can see. We're gonna be kneeling here. So again, you might wanna double up on your mat. We're gonna go for a little thigh stretch. We'll do 10 of these. Knees are right below my hips. Hands are straight out, arms are straight out in front of my shoulders. We're just gonna lean back just a little bit from our knees so the body stays nice and straight in one motion here. Five more here. Last two. Last one. All right, go ahead, swing one foot forward here. We're just gonna go ahead and stand it on up. We're gonna take that roll down one more time, inhaling those arms up overhead just like we started. Exhale, tuck that chin. Roll it on down one vertebrae at a time. I want you to notice now, or those little sticky areas we found. Take whatever stretch you need here. Those little sticky areas we found at the beginning of our class today. Notice if they feel looser, if they feel a little less sticky now, a little more fluid. Nice deep breath. Exhale, roll it up one vertebrae at a time. And we are all done. Thank you so much for joining me today for this Mat Pilates routine. I hope that it helped you feel a little better. You have that great Pilates high. Everything feels really oxygenated and energized. Thank you so much for being here. Without you guys, I would not be here. So stay tuned for next week's video. Next Sunday's video will be bar. So I will see you then. Thank you so much and goodbye.